Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 2, Unit 5.14 Notes, Day 4. Today we are talking about composition of functions. Our learning target today is to be able to simplify problems involving the composition of functions. So, perform the indicated operations for the following functions. We have our f of x function, we have a g of x function, we have a h of h function. Oh my gosh, I gotta get new colors. We have a j of x function, and then we also have a k of x function. So Mr. Grice is going to be busy with the highlighters today. So just remember that we start with our original function, and then we have to plug in the second function wherever there is an x. So we start with our original function. We write the 1/2 x plus 3, and wherever that x is, that's where I'm going to plug in my g of x. Okay, so I have 1/2 times negative 6x minus 2 plus 3. So that blue is my g of x. And all we do is do what it says. So I have to distribute the 1/2 inside the parentheses. So 1/2 of negative 6 is negative 3 x. 1/2 of negative 2 is negative 1 plus 3. And then I look, do I have any like terms? And then I combine them. Negative 1 plus 3 is a positive 2. So we have negative 3x plus 2. All right, number 2. So number 2 is having me start with g of x, and then I'm going to plug in j of x. So we have negative 6 on the outside, and then I'm plugging in 2x squared minus 4x plus 8 minus 2. Oh, sorry, like Mr. Grice, where'd you get all of that? That's because we have negative 6x minus 2 first. Mr. Grice forgot to start with that. Okay, so what do? Well, I distribute the negative 6. Negative 6 times 2 is negative 12 x squared. Negative 6 times negative 4. Negative times negative is positive. 6 times 4 is 24x. Negative 6 times 8 is a negative 48. And then I bring down the negative 2. I look for my like terms, and then I combine them. So we have negative 12x squared plus 24x minus 50. And that's our final answer. So those are the ones that we were kind of doing last week, or whatever day yesterday was in your world. Okay? Now we're going to get to some that are just a little bit harder. Okay? So now I've got h of x, and then I'm going to plug in g of x. So if you look at it, I'm going to start with the h of x, which is x squared minus 5x. But if you look at it, there are two spots that I have to plug in my g of x. So our first one, negative 6x minus 2 squared minus 5 times 6x, sorry, negative 6x minus 2. So there are two spots that I had to plug in g of x. So we have to be especially careful because that squared means that there are two of them. It's negative 6x minus 2 times negative 6x minus 2 right there. Okay, that's what that means. Now, I don't know if you want to do this off to the side. Maybe we can do it over here. But we have to factor that. Or not factor it, we have to FOIL it. Distribute it, multiply it. Negative 6 times negative 6 is 36x squared. Negative 6 times negative 2 is a positive 12x. Negative 2 times negative 6 is a positive 12x. And then negative 2 times negative 2 is a positive 4. Okay? So that's what I'm going to write down right here, my 36x squared plus 12x plus 12x plus 4. But I also have to distribute this negative 5. Negative 5 times negative 6 is a positive 30x. And then negative 5 times negative 2 is a positive 10. And now I have to combine all of my like terms, okay? So the first thing I'm looking at is this 36x squared. There are no other x squared, so he comes out first. Looking for my x's, I got 12 plus 12 plus 30. 12 plus 12 is 24. 24 plus 30 is 54. And then last, I have my 4 plus 10. And 4 plus 10 is 14. So we get 36x squared plus 54x plus 14 as our final answer. All right, number 4. So I have my h of x, and I'm going to plug in k of x. So remember, we start with h of x, x squared minus 5x. And then I have to plug in whatever the k is. So k of x is 10 minus 4x squared minus 5 times 10 minus 4x. So I'm going to take this guy right here and I'm going to distribute it off to the side. So 10 minus 4x times 10 minus 4x. Remember that 10 times 10, we get 100. 10 times negative 4 is negative 40x. Negative 4 times 10, negative 40x. And then negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16, but it's negative or 16x squared. Okay? So we have 100 minus 40x minus 40x plus 16x squared. And then negative 5 times 10 is a negative 50. Negative 5 times negative 4 is a positive 20x. Okay, and then I'm just going to look through everything. The 16x squared comes out front. Negative 40 minus 40 is negative 80. Plus 20 is 60. And if you don't believe me, okay, you got negative 40 minus 40 plus 20 is a negative 60. And then lastly, we have the 100 minus 50, which is a positive 50. Okay, so it's not too bad. It's just you have to be very, very careful with your signs. Okay? So now I've got G, or the J, and then I'm going to plug in G. Okay? So I'm starting off with J, which is 2x squared minus 4x plus 8. Okay, so we have 2, and then I'm plugging in G, which is negative 6x minus 2 squared minus 4, negative 6x minus 2 plus 8. Okay, so there are my two G's that we plugged in. So off to the side, I'm going to do negative 6x minus 2 times negative 6x minus 2. And remember that there's a 2 out in front, okay? We cannot forget about this 2, okay? So the 2 is out front, and then I'm going to go ahead and distribute. Negative 6 times negative 6 is positive 36 x squared. Negative 6 times negative 2 is a positive 12x. Negative 2 times negative 6 is a positive 12x. And then negative 2 times negative 2 is a positive 4. Okay, I'm going to combine like terms. My 2 is out front, and I've got 36x squared plus 24x plus 4. And then I need to distribute the 2. 2 times 36 is 72x squared. 2 times 24 is a positive 48x. And 2 times 4 is a positive 8. So over here, I have 72x squared plus 48x plus 8. Now remember, I just did the big distribution. We still have to do this guy right here. Negative 4 times negative 6 is a positive 24x. Negative 4 times negative 2 is a positive 8 plus 8. Okay? So now I'm looking for the highest exponent, which is the 72x squared. I have 48 plus 24. Remember, for anything you need help with, just go over here. 48 plus 24, we get 72. So 72x squared plus 72x. And then I have 8 plus 8 plus 8, that's 3 eighths, which is a positive 24. Okay, so 72x squared plus 72x plus 24. I recommend doing some of this work off to the side because otherwise it's a lot, guys. I'm not gonna lie. We have to stay organized. So I have the j once again times the k. We start with the j, which is 2x squared minus 4x plus 8. Everywhere you see the x is where I'm going to plug in the k. So I have 2, 10 minus 4x squared minus 4 times 10 minus 4x plus 8. So I'm going to take that first group and I'm going to factor it off to the side. So I've got the 2 out front, and then 10 minus 4x times 10 minus 4x. Why don't you guys distribute all of that, pause the video, and tell me what you get. Okay, good luck. Okay, and I got 32x squared minus 160x plus 200. Now I'm going to distribute this negative 4 to get negative 40 plus 16x plus 8. Okay, and then we're just searching, find the highest exponent, put it in standard form. I got 32x squared minus 160 plus 16. So negative 160 plus 16 is negative 144. So negative 144x. And then we have 200 minus 40 plus 8. 200 minus 40 plus 8 to get a positive 168. And then that's our final answer, the 32x squared minus 144x plus 168. Okay, so it's a lot of work. I'm not going to argue with you, okay? We just have to be organized. So I have mx, nx, p of x, and then q of x. So our first one, number 7, I have the m, and then I'm going to plug in the p. Let's go ahead and do it. So I'm starting with m, x squared plus 5x minus 7. And then I'm plugging in the p in those two spots. So we have 3x minus 1 squared plus 5 times 3x minus 1 minus 7. So the first part we did is plug in. Now I'm going to take that 3x minus 1 squared and I'm going to distribute. 3x times 3x is 9x squared. 3x times negative 1 is negative 3x. Negative 1 times 3 is negative 3x. Negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. And then we get negative, or 9x squared minus 6x plus 1. So that's what I'm going to come in over here with. 9x squared minus 6x plus 1. I'm going to distribute the 5 to get 15x minus 5 minus 7. Okay, and then just sort through everything. 9x squared comes out front. Negative 6 plus 15 is a positive 9x. And then I have 1 minus 5 minus 7, which gives us negative 11. All right, number 8, you are on your own. We're starting with m, and then I'm plugging in n, okay? So I'll help you start it. We have x squared plus 5x minus 7. That's what we're starting with. And then you're going to plug this in. 11x minus 8 squared plus 5 times 11x minus 8 minus 7. Okay? So go ahead and pause the video, and you guys are all on your own. Good luck. Okay, so my final answer was 121x squared minus 121x plus 17. You can see all of my distributing off to the right over here. Okay. All right. Next one. Number 9. So this time I'm starting with q. So I'm starting with q, which is the 4x squared minus x plus 6, and I'm going to plug in n. So I have 4, and then I'm plugging in n, which is 11x minus 8 squared minus 11x minus 8 plus 6. Okay, so I'm going to come off to the side, and I'm going to find out what 4 times 11x minus 8, 11x minus 8 is. So the 4 stays out front, and then I'm going to start to distribute. 11 times 11 is 121x squared. 11 times negative 8 is negative 88x. Once again, negative 8 times 11 is negative, 88x. And negative 8 times negative 8 is a positive 64. I combine my like terms. The 4 stays out front. I've got 121x squared minus 176x plus 64. And then I have to distribute 4 times 121 is 484x squared. 4 times 176 is 704, and it's a negative 704x. And then 4 times 64 is 256. So we have 484x squared minus 704x plus 256. Now here I'm distributing just a negative 1, so that turns to a negative 11x. Negative times negative is a positive 8 plus 6. Okay? So finding our like terms, the 484x squared comes out front. And then I have negative 704 minus 11, right? So I'm just going to use the calculator here. We got negative 704 minus 11 to get negative 715. And then I have 256 plus 8 plus 6, which is 270. All right, last one, number 10. You are all on your own. You are starting with Q, and you're going to plug in P. Okay, I'm not even going to help you write it out. Okay, go ahead and pause the video, and good luck. Okay, and your final answer should have been 36x squared minus 27x plus 11. Now, if you have any questions, you need extra help, please come see Ms. Carranza or myself. We would love to help you out. Otherwise, your homework is 5.1, practice D. Okay? All right, guys, this is Mr. Grice signing off. Thanks for watching.